We typically make videos about cartoon series on the CartoonFanbase channel, but this is something that I've really wanted to talk about for a long time. We all know DreamWorks, perhaps for Shrek and maybe for How to Train Your Dragon. While I love both of these movies, and Shrek Retold is a freaking masterpiece, The Prince of Egypt would always be my favourite. In fact, I strongly believe it is the greatest animated movie of all time. Now obviously films like Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and basically anything that Hayao Miyazaki has had his hands on could be considered better films, and I love them to death, but they just don't have as strong of a connection with me as The Prince of Egypt. Now The Prince of Egypt is basically an animated retelling of the story of Exodus from the Bible. This story has been featured in many films, so many times, but I believe that The Prince of Egypt tells the story perfectly, in a way that anybody could enjoy it. For those who don't know, we follow the life story of Moses, which is truly fascinating. He goes from being a slave baby, to being a prince, to being the saviour of the Jews, and a messenger of God. I won't go into the plot too much to avoid spoilers. All of this is beautifully animated, as a hybrid traditional 2D animation with some 3D effects. Everything looks stunning. Even as a stupid kid watching this as a movie in my cabin on VHS, it looked amazing to me. The voice cast is incredible too, they got so many people involved with the project. Val Kilmer voices Moses, Ralph Fiennes plays Ramesses, and you even get the voices of Sandra Bullock, Patrick Stewart, Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
They've got the Goldblum in here for God's sake.
Whilst some people say that all of the celebrity voices are distracting, I really think that they complement the movie perfectly. Steve Martin and Martin Short sing a song together, which is unarguably the lowest point of the movie, but otherwise the soundtrack is extremely strong. The theme of the movie, Deliver Us, has always given me chills. Through Heaven's Eyes is another extremely high point, and really makes me think of how lucky I am sometimes. My god, the orchestra which plays throughout the movie is jaw-dropping too. There's so many other fantastic pieces in the movie. The Plagues, When You Believe, All I've Ever Wanted, it's so good. Every now and then you hear people complain about the jokes in the movie, but I think that they have a place. While the story is really serious, if there weren't any jokes it would be boring to the target audience, which was in fact children. I'm honestly surprised that you don't hear people talking about this film much anymore. In my personal experience, I know that Jello Apocalypse has said it's his favourite DreamWorks film, and he also thinks that it's a plain fact that it's the best one. I also remember that the Nostalgia Critic has once said that he prefers The Prince of Egypt over other stories of Moses. Now I'm not saying that the movie is obscure or anything, it was a very successful movie. Now I'm sure that a lot of you have seen it at school at some point, maybe you still have a copy of it on VHS somewhere. It has just become really rare to hear about the movie online. Now I can understand that people who aren't Christian may be hesitant when it comes to watching this movie, but I really think that this movie is for anyone. It's alright if you don't believe that any of the events in this movie happened. You don't watch the SpongeBob movie and think about how all of it really happened. It is true that anyone can feel some sort of emotion when they watch this film, no matter who they are. So please, if you've brushed this movie off because it's religious, give it another chance. I've seen this movie over 100 times, and once I get it on Blu-ray, I'll make sure to see it even more. If you guys have any personal experiences with this movie, I'd love to hear all about it in the comments below. I'll respond to every single one that I can. The script for this was written by Jack, and this has been your narrator, Harry, from TopHatter Productions. Thank you very much for watching this CartoonFanbase video. Please drop a like on it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one.